One time, Jesus was traveling through Samaria. Now, he didn't even need to go that way. I'm not even going to get on that right now. Jesus didn't even need to go this way, but he went this way, and he's sitting by a well. All the disciples have gone into town to get something to eat. Well, let me just tell you what Jesus, write this down. Jesus saved a city by saving a woman first. Jesus saved a whole village, basically, by first saving a woman. So Jesus is sitting there, and here this woman is. She's not a good woman in the eyes of most people. This lady's been married 5 times, and the dude she's living with now is not her husband. And their eyes, I mean, again, she's a Samaritan, and she's a woman 5 times. I mean, she is less than, right? A good Jewish man wouldn't even look at her, much less speak to her, have anything to do with her. And Jesus is here at the well. He is talking to this woman, right? And she is just absolutely shunned, more than likely, by society. You know why that makes me happy? Look at this next slide. It reminds me that there's hope for me, man. There's hope for you. No matter what has gone on in your life, that doesn't matter anymore. What you do with Christ today matters. What you're going to do with Christ tomorrow, that matters. But whatever garbage, whatever stuff is in the past, it's in the past. If Jesus could use this woman at the well to reach a whole city, he can use you to reach a whole city too. And some of you, you probably think, man, but you don't know. I've made the poorest, I've made the worst decisions. You can't believe the dumb decisions that I've made time and time again. If there's a right thing to do and a wrong thing to do, I always choose the wrong thing. You don't know where I've been, what I've done, and what I've seen. Let me tell you something. That's just a bigger miracle for Jesus to show off doing. Because when he changes your life, let me tell you something. If that's your story, mistake after mistake, sin after sin, stupid decision after stupid decision, let me tell you something. Everybody in your shadow knows it. It's not a surprise. Your wife knows it. Your husband knows it. Your mama and them, they know it. Your children know it. Your shadow stinks. It reeks of poor decisions. I can't even talk. Poor decisions and sin and filth and unrighteousness. It stinks to high heaven. And you know it. But when you get right with God, when you give that to Jesus, when you surrender your heart to him, he takes that and it's a miracle. He'll change your life. Now what happens? Everybody in your shadow, that bad shadow, that smelly shadow, right? That filthy shadow, all of a sudden it gets cleaned up. And everybody looks and they know this shadow's different. And they know that you didn't do it, that it was God working and moving in your life. I mean, it's not like, hey, go out and sin a bunch so that God will get the glory. But newsflash, you've sinned a bunch. Give him your life and he will get the glory out of it. It's God who can change you and transform you and make you obedient.